Well, Doctor Who and his companions must escape from the Dalek.
Here at NBC, this is known as Brooklyn Studio 2. And tonight, Studio 2 is the scene of our play.
Captain Braddock, ready?
Yes, of course I'm ready.
Ask him who he is.
It's me, Nick Hancock.
Just about the best liked man in the county.
Oh, surely not, madam. Any more compliments?
You are disgusting.
Charming. Well, let's crack on with the trivia, eh? Did you know that 80% of the human brain is water?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's your problem, isn't it? But for the better educated amongst you, here's a fascinating piece of trivia. Did you know that each of the world's 7 continents has a city called Rome?
Why was this kept a secret for 20 years?
I don't know. But here's something even more fascinating. Did you know that Kleenex tissues were originally developed as gas mask filters during the First World War?
Well, that's good. That's very good. Very good idea. Make a note of that, Wilson.
Yes, do that, Wilson. And while he's scribbling away, here's an extremely difficult observation question. Watch this clip and see how many milk churns you can spot.
Hold the men in. Good. Fall in.
There were, in fact, 15. And if you got that right, you win nothing.
You know, if this goes on, I'm going to have to report you.
The train set. The train set is basically a childhood status symbol like the bike, the Scalextric, the having divorced parents. But what really fascinates me are the adult model train enthusiasts, because these people have everything you could ever need and the money to buy it. They have tiny little passengers. But what I want to know is, where are these passengers going? Train sets go round in a circle. Oh, I'd like a first-class ticket to here, please. And the train now standing at platform 1 is the 1416 to platform 1, arriving at 1417. This service will travel via the coal scuttle, the newspaper, the wine stain on the carpet. We do not anticipate any delays on this service, unless the cat has a go at it. My brother-in-law's father had everything you could ever need for one of these train sets. He had tiny model stations, tiny model trees, tiny model dead horses for the line. And I once went round to his house and found him judiciously taking passengers off the train. And I said to him, "Why are you doing that?" And he said, "It's Friday. These passengers have only got saver tickets."
The 10 most popular house names in Britain. The bungalow, the cottage, Rose Cottage, the schoolhouse, the White House, Hillcrest, the Lodge, Woodlands, the Coach House and Hillside.
Oh, it's true, all right. Then prove it.
And now a woman who never travels by public transport, Jo Brookes.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I couldn't get a taxi.
That's good panting. Do
That was
again.
good panting. Exhausted, running off the street panting.
Do
Couldn't
more
get a
panting,
taxi.
I like it.
No, because I'll hyperventilate and fall over.
And I'll get a bit turned on, I think, probably.
Did you know that the umbrella is the thing most left in taxis?
No.
Well, there you
Did
are.
someone leave that in a taxi and you nicked it then?
No, I didn't get in the taxi, therefore I didn't leave it in the taxi.
How didn't you get in the taxi? You didn't get a taxi?
Didn't get a taxi. Very difficult.
What did you
taxis.
shout when you saw taxis?
I said, "Window!"
You see, it doesn't work.
No, you have to go, "Taxi!"
No, you don't. Never say the T. They don't understand it. You have to go, "Taxi!
Taxi!
Taxi! Taxi!" They don't taxi. They won't know what you're talking about.
I've been managing it for years.
Do you know what bilking is?
I do not.
It's not throwing up in the street. Bilking is cabbie jargon for a customer who doesn't pay his fare.
You
So
see.
if somebody hasn't paid their fare, "Oh, well, he's bilked, isn't he? He's bilked."
But they say he's built a little bit after getting the lump hammer from underneath the
That's
seat
true.
and chasing them down the road, which is one of the things you have to learn to be a taxi driver, isn't it?
It is, it is.
You have to learn quick racist comments,
Yep.
how to lift a lump hammer from under a seat very quickly,
Yes.
and how to be very boring.
Yes, and how to say, "Oh, I don't know what they're going to do. Do you know what they're going to do?"
Oh, they've
I don't know
blocked
what
this
they're
street
gonna
off again. They've blocked this street off again.
Oh, this wasn't like it. You
Oh.
blink and something moves around here.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, you get lots of nice things in cabs now. You get useful no smoking signs. Thank you for not smoking.
That's
Thank you
nice.
for not smoking. Nice things like that.
Yeah, and they've got good rules, haven't they? The abstract of
fabulous
laws
rules.
relating to cab drivers within the Metropolitan Police District and the City of London. It's very good stuff.
Very
Listen to this.
interesting.
Various acts of misbehaviour by cab driver. The following offences are punishable by penalty level 1 or 2 months imprisonment. Wanton or furious driving, causing hurt or damage to any person by carelessness or willful misbehaviour. Drunkenness during employment, use of insulting or abusive language, use of insulting gestures. F. Any misbehaviour. Why didn't they just have that?
Any misbehaviour?
Yeah.
Wanton driving, I like. What does that mean? Does that mean they sort of drive going...
Yeah, and their trousers are falling.
Oh, the hair just coming out.
Driving along.
That was very good. That was very good. This is actually a book of the routes which make up the knowledge.
The knowledge.
The knowledge. And of course your cab is in fact your licensed hackney carriage. And I like list number 14, list number 14, route 5, because it's a very classy route.
Oh, tell me.
Lord's Cricket Ground to the Constitutional Club. I think I'll find a taxi and ask him to take me on list number 14,
Some of the
route 5.
other routes I noticed in there are Geoffrey Archer's house to Victoria Station.
Yeah.
That's quite a good one. And the Guinness Building to the Old Bailey.
I'll do that right away. Over and out.
Well, what about this? When the Allies liberated Berlin, they found 2 films in Hitler's bunker, The Hind of the Baskervilles and The Man Who Was Sherlock Holmes.
And it's high excitement because here we are at the La Triviatta Connections Board. And last week we had Malcolm McDowell and Big Ben.
Malcolm McDowell as...
Caligula. And Big Ben.
Big Ben.
What, do you know? None of you knew, obviously.
Malcolm McDowell and Big Ben. As I do know, shall I say?
He's a big lad.
He's a big lad. He's got a big bell under that toga.
Yes.
No, what it is the clockwork in the clock tower, linking with Malcolm McDowell, who's also in the film. Clockwork Orange.
You see?
That's the connection.
Who does these?
Not me.
Right, so it's Big Ben.
Yep.
And a microphone.
And a microphone. I wonder what the connection to those two are.
Well, if you know the answer, please write to this address here.
On the bottom of the
And we will send
thing.
you a prize, just like we've sent one to nobody yet. OK?
Yes, that's pretty good.
Talk about cheeky. An American called Fred Lors won the Olympic Marathon in 1904 and then admitted thumbing a lift for the last 9 miles.
Pretty clever, if you ask me.
I'm shocked and embarrassed.
In the event of an emergency, the exit doors on this plane can be found 2 to the rear, 2 to the sides, and 2 to the front. An eccentric aeroplane enthusiast with a fear of flying spends a drunken afternoon taxiing down the main runway at Gatwick. This is a job for the boys in blue. Meanwhile, Patrick Mower, desperate for any publicity, tries to join him. Our eccentric friend tries to explain to Patrick that his career's over and that he should leave because no one wants a has-been in their microlight, even if they can pull funny faces. Dogs think the police. They're good for stopping aeroplanes. Finally, Patrick decides to embark on a stunt career. Meanwhile, on runway 2, an altogether more substantial aircraft is learning to dance. Its passengers are slowly realising why the tickets were so cheap. Their pilot, Stevie Wonder. They've decided to get off quickly and return to the Intersun desk. A good, if dangerous, decision. Bye, Stevie.
Haven't quite got my breath yet.
Neither have I. And already it's time to travel over to Brookes Nook.
It's about time.
Yes, hello, it's me in Brookes Nook, and our special guest this week on La Triviatta. We are honoured to have her, Claire Rayner.
And that is only the beginning.
You started off as a nurse and became a midwife.
Yep.
And you've got some lovely medical trivia to share with us.
I collect medical trivia because I also I have written a lot of novels in medical history. Now these are rather special.
Please, if you are of a nervous disposition, please get your sick bag ready.
But these are glass eyes, and very beautiful they are. Don't you think so? Don't you think they're lovely?
They're all different, aren't they?
Yes, because people have different coloured eyes. Let's look at you.
I'm sort of pooey green.
Pooey green. Yeah, I think they're look. Let's have a look.
Match up.
That might match up. Well, hold it over. Close your eyes. Now hold it over the other one. Yes, you see. Yes, that's.
Is that a good match?
Great improvement.
I've got a little nurse's uniform here. I just wanted to make you feel a bit nostalgic.
Oh yes, cut to measure.
It is,
no
isn't
question.
it?
Yes.
And I've got a hat as well. I've got a lovely hat, and I'm sure I don't know how to put it on properly.
Well, the elastic should go around the back.
Yeah, but for now, just so it's Nurse Jo Brookes.
Well, sort of.
Nurse Jo Brookes, approaching sister with a bit of a sticky problem.
Yes.
Here's a gammy leg.
Did you find it, dear?
Well, what happened was the man has gone, he's dead, but I want you to mend his leg. And his, look, so can you analyse, can you do a bit of work on this leg? I think that's its blood pressure thing. Can you tell me what's wrong?
Oh, I see, that's fun. The thing really goes round. Oh, I do like that.